one. Scooch a little closer. Hopefully you guys can hear me all right. How's everybody doing? Hey, I can almost read those from here. I'm going to try to move this camera a little closer without a disaster happening. I'm doing a little fireside chat. I'm outside near my little fire pit, which I'll show you because it's pretty cool actually. Hey, what's up guys? This is my little fire pit. It's like a stainless steel thing on a stand, and I'll tell you where I got it. Yeah, I know, it's been a long time. I'm gonna explain that. But I got this thing out of a Whole Foods dumpster. I guess they were doing a renovation, and it's something I guess they put like fish or like ice and fish or vegetables in. And I was like, man, that thing would make a great fire pit, and it has been a great fire pit. So anyway, I'm sitting out here in my new house in Richmond, chilling out. Found a great place to rent. Kind of a short-term lease for 6 months. The dogs are right here. Loki's licking my hand. There's his big nose. And the dogs have a huge yard. They're loving it. So I'm having a grand time, enjoying my new job down here. I'm also executing a contract up in Northern Virginia. So that's all going just really well. But that's not what I'm here to talk about. I wanted to update you guys. I just got off the phone with BZ because, hold on, Loki. Heather Ann's hearing is tomorrow. And I kind of wanted to go over things with her and you know, try to help people understand what's going on. The hearing tomorrow, well, basically a couple things I thought were interesting was the prosecuting attorney had filed a motion to, had claimed that Heather Ann filed a motion to dismiss her case, which then would have, which she did not, and that would have been an act of, I guess, acknowledging jurisdiction, which she has not and will not. And so it was kind of a sneaky move by the prosecutor to try to claim that she had filed for the case to be dismissed when that is not at all the case. So, Loki, come on, buddy. Heather Ann, basically, I think in her documents, which you can see on I-UV.com right now, came back and said, you know, this is false, and I certainly didn't, you know, file that documentation to dismiss the case because I don't recognize jurisdiction in the first place. You'll also see other documents that basically, I think, called Precipice, that list out the wrongdoings, crimes that have been committed against her and Randall Bean, and the financial penalty associated with those crimes. So she's issued those as well, and you can again see those at the I-UV.com website. So basically what we're hoping for tomorrow with the Chief Magistrate Shirley, that this case gets dismissed, again, based on the fact that they simply do not have jurisdiction over Heather Ann or any of us, particularly when you refuse to acknowledge that jurisdiction. So if we could all spend some time focusing our thoughts and intentions on seeing that case dismissed tomorrow, that'll go a long way in helping us move on to the next step. And, you know, I kind of talked to BZ a little bit and said how I've been taking a respite. You know, people are like, oh, a long time since you made a video. You know, I haven't felt compelled to, and I go with, you know, I go with my intuition and my gut. And when I feel like there's something that needs to be said, I get on and I say it. When I feel like there's not something that needs to be said, I don't. And I've kind of been focusing on getting stuff together down here in Richmond and getting moved and getting settled in the job and all that good stuff. And, you know, I kind of feel like I've been on R&R, or respite, from what I consider to be the battle I've been in the last 3 or so years. And there's a reason for that, folks. It's because I believe everything is already in place. The dominoes are already falling. The Luciferian pedophiles, cabal, Illuminati, whatever you want to call them, they're becoming more and more desperate. We see that with their Las Vegas false flag, which was absolutely pathetic. It's got more holes in it than a barrel of Swiss cheese. And just as every day goes by, what's going on with Hollywood and Harvey Weinstein and the revelations there. Because what's coming out next, big time, you know, it's incremental. But what's coming out next, big time, is how Hollywood and DC and all of those guys are involved in widespread pedophilia. And that's really going to blow the lid off. But, you know, I think people it's best that it come out incrementally like this because it's easier for people to digest. I don't know if any of you follow Tom DeLonge, but Tom DeLonge, I believe, is one of them and is working with them in an attempt to put out a partial disclosure narrative where the bad guys basically are trying to throw out carrots of technology and that sort of thing to humanity to try to distract us and say, oh, look, look at what we're doing, look at what we're releasing, blah, blah, blah. When the fact of the matter is what they're trying to do is hide their crimes against humanity. And their efforts, that I keep telling DeLonge, it's like your efforts are not going to work, We're fully aware of most of the crimes against humanity, or a lot of them, and they're going to be brought to light. And Heather's case is all a part of doing that as well, showing the just overall fraud that's been perpetrated against each of us, humanity, our children, and everyone we know. So, I feel like I'm in this respite right now because everything is falling into place and things are unfolding just as they're supposed to, and that I'm just kind of resting up for the next part of the battle, if you will, which is probably even more important than the first part, which the first part is really, I think, trying to help make people aware of what is really going on in this 3D existence on this planet Earth. And then I think the next phase, though, which is coming very soon, will be, I guess you could describe it as kind of a hand-holding, explaining to folks what exactly is going on, and kind of being a teacher, taking all the knowledge that we've all gathered over the years in our research and our exchanges with one another, and sharing those with the everyday people who are probably soon going to be very, very shocked at the revelations that are coming out. And just kind of holding their hand and saying, hey, everything's going to be okay. This is all a part of the process. You got to break some eggs to make an omelet. And, we're on our way to prosperity. And we are. I absolutely believe that we're on our way to prosperity. So that's the reason why kind of the universe has given me the respite that it has as of late, is to rest up for what I consider to be an even more important part of my mission. And that is to do that hand-holding for people who need it, and it's going to be a time when compassion and forgiveness is needed, and, trying to continue to muster that. I try to remember that even these beings who have committed such evil acts against humanity, that they indeed were victims of those things as well. Many of them were victims of those things, and there's going to come a time when some of them are going to ask for, and it would behoove all of us to, muster that forgiveness for them. And I wish I'd asked someone to put this on a timer. Does anybody have any idea? Because I have to be under 15 minutes in order to get on YouTube, and I really need to get this on YouTube. So I think also the indications I've got from Heather Ann's team is that Chief Magistrate Shirley let's just say he's on the right side of things. He's retiring. He has apparently no other cases on his docket, I guess you'd say. And perhaps this is his last hurrah, and I'm hoping that he does the right thing and does the legal thing, and that is to dismiss the case against Heather Ann and Randall Bean tomorrow. And then we move on. I say at that point, one of the things that we will be doing is moving on with the TDA accounts and accessing those, and the prosperity that everybody deserves that's been robbed from us throughout our lifetimes. So I'm gonna cut it off here, simply because I don't know how long I've been talking, and I don't want this to go over 15 minutes because then I can't put it on YouTube. So everybody, please, focus your thoughts and intentions on a positive outcome tomorrow for Heather Ann and Randall, and for very positive things to continue. Well, negative things are kind of unfolding now. Oh, I'm only on 6 minutes? Oh, shoot. Well, I'm good then. Can anybody verify that 6 minutes? Not to question you, but I always like to have a couple timers if possible. Loki, chill out, buddy. Loki, it's really cool here today, and I gotta tell you, it's crazy. My Doberman boys are now 2.5 years old, and man, when the cool weather hits, they just get nutty energetic. It's it's quite a shock, because it's been warm here until, you guys are probably experiencing the same thing in many parts of the country, but it was nice and cool last night. I think it got down in the 40s, and I really enjoy this time of year where I can, crack a fire, get a crackling fire going, and sit back and enjoy the cool weather. So what time is the hearing tomorrow? That's a good question. I'm sorry I can't answer that. Maybe somebody else here can answer that. My propensity is, without even knowing, is to say 10:30 a.m. I think that's because that's the last time the last hearing was. 60-mile-an-hour winds. Wow. 9:30. It's at 9:30 Eastern. That is, they are in the Eastern time zone, I think, right? In Knoxville, Tennessee. It's either Eastern or 1 hour past that Central. So yeah, there's the website too, i-uv.com at 9:30 a.m. So maybe take a moment, set your alarm clock, and focus your thoughts and intentions at that point. Because, you know, folks, the farther things go along, I always keep, and I will continue to say that, you know, we're all powerful co-creators, you know, and just the key is realizing that power, and we form the outcomes. I mean, if you study quantum mechanics and stuff, there's proof out there that really what we're living in, it's holographic. And that really all there really is consciousness, and that each one of us are a part of the creator. We're a fractal expression of that consciousness, and we have decided to experience this hologram, this holographic experience for various reasons, I think, for karmic reasons, and to learn lessons, and to perhaps suffer because you've made others suffer, whatever. The list goes on and on. But we need a reporter or 5. Yeah, it'd be nice if someone was on the ground there. I don't necessarily think anybody is. I'm not aware. I haven't been as immersed in anything really as of late. You know, I'm kind of ignoring the news. I spend a little bit of time on Twitter with people that I like to follow who kind of keep me a little bit abreast. But Lulu Rose, can you report? Somebody's asking Lulu Rose. And I think there's one other thing that BZ wanted me to get out there, and I'm trying to remember it. I'm a little out of practice, though. I should have taken better notes when I spoke to her on the phone. But I wanted to make sure I got a video out here tonight reminding you guys that the hearing is tomorrow, and to please, you know, focus your thoughts and intentions, and, you know, for a positive outcome, which I know is coming. It's inevitable, but it always helps to hasten that outcome if the more souls that we have focused on that. So anyway, that's about it, unless everybody else has anything they want to comment that they would like me to reiterate here in the video. Throw it up there now. Otherwise, I'll say cheers to Heather Ann and Randall Bean, and a successful victory for all of us tomorrow when that case is dismissed by Judge Shirley. And I wish you all the best, and I will probably be reporting something on this tomorrow. It will probably be around this hour as well. I'd probably like to chat with BZ again first before I do, to get any inside skinny I could. And that's it, guys. I love you all, and I'm very optimistic as to the way things are going. Remember, the more bizarre the world gets, it seems, just when it seems like it can't get any more bizarre, it does. The more bizarre it gets, that is a clear reflection to me that the powers that were, their entire structure is dissolving right now, okay? That's the positive end of the whole bizarre nature of the world right now as we know it. So anyways, you guys keep your chin up. Good things are coming. I'm very excited, very optimistic. Focus those thoughts and intentions on manifesting those good things, because you are all powerful. Anyway, I love you all, and take care, and I'll be in touch again soon. Bye-bye.